Hi, this is Debbie. Welcome to Debbie Stairs Demos. We are working on our albums, trying to get them, our 2009 layouts in our albums, out of the boxes, out of wherever we toss them. We're trying to get them into the album and them 2 inches. The album will not come with a 2-inch post in it if you're using the post bound. Nothing else. So this is what I've discovered. Someone talked me into trying these out. Wasn't sold, but I met with a guy from Pioneer. I thought it was Provocraft, but it's Pioneer, and he's a rep from Pioneer, and he showed me how to use these. He gave me a set, and he says, look, this is what you're doing wrong. You know, if we can all have a little person inside every package we ever buy, Fiskars, EK Success, Provocraft, whatever, a little person in here that whenever we open it up, they tell us all the tips and the secrets of everything that's going on in each one of these packages. It would be very nice. Probably anywhere that sells the Pioneer albums. But it's supposed to, quote, replace scrapbook screw posts. Well, in a way, I am replacing them. I'm replacing the small ones in lieu of the straps that I don't have to worry if I need 2.5 inches or 1 3/4 inches. It's all going to be, the length that I need is going to be in my straps. So that would be the reason that I replace them. I would not replace my small posts if my book is full and everything is nice and even. I certainly wouldn't spend money to go out and do this. Now, saying that, I am going to endorse this for another reason. Big time. And I do not get paid for this endorsement. This is just my personal experience and a story that's been told me. The Fisketeers made Kelly Jo a nice baby book for baby Benjamin. And she didn't tell me right off, but later she told me that the book was slightly damaged and transient. Now, that was wrapped up and it was packed pretty well. But somehow those posts, something had squished those posts in here, and one of the posts broke, and it broke through to one of the pages. I don't remember how much damage was done. I don't think it was a great deal of amount, nothing that Kelly Jo could not fix in her craftiness. But it sort of bothered me. I said, now, whenever I mail albums to my friends and family, I don't want to use post bounds, but I will use the straps here. And it's not like the strap hinge. No. It's just like your posts, except a little more flexible. So I'm going to show you how they tell you to do it in the book. And without my spacers, without my extension, this is the amount of pages that came with this book. This is the one, remember, from Cloud9, Heidi Grace, can't remember which, but it's one or the other. And look at how it stands. I mean, I've got it standing up. I can't, if I do this and try to squish it, I'm going to break the book and my pages. So I already know that I need to extend it and I need to put spacers in it. So I know I'm going to have to replace my post. One thing I was taught early on, thank goodness, about your screws: do not use a screwdriver. Using a screwdriver instead of your finger will cause you no end of problems, because what happens is you tighten it too much, and these screws, I don't care where you get them from, are not meant for that kind of pressure. So what happens is that your posts, the screw inside the post, gets stripped, and you don't want to do that. Let me hold it still and in the light. It has adhesive on the back. This is one of the pieces that's going to replace my post. So what I want to do is go ahead and open that up. Open that up. It's good that the adhesive is hard to get off. And it does hold really well. And it has a little insert notch right in here. And you just take, and I point mine toward the middle. Okay. Oh. Okay. And just tap it in. It's going to stay. It is very well in there. Okay. I have to open the other package. But what you're supposed to be able to do at this point, now I want my grid, because this is, you've seen these. They tie things. They got the little grids on it. I'm going to put my grids toward me on this one. You want it so that when you lay it down, it's going to be laid flat right there. And what you can do is literally push that post out. if you want to keep all of this. The problem is I want spacers, but I want to show you how it's supposed to work. So you push your post, push your post, push your post, push your post, and of course I missed a few. Again, this is an awful lot of book. Oh, and there's a chipboard thing, and then there's getting through all of that. Ta-da! Let me come back over here, and you can see I've pulled it out on this side. I've cut all my pages. And so they have another one of these, identical to the one you just put on the back. And again, if you have some books you've already fixed, I would go out and get these. I really would, if you're going to mail them. And they replace that easy. That's all you have to do to replace it. Ta-da! And I'm going to run it through here. That hole that's going to cover up this hole. Uh-oh, we're into the glare again. I'm going to move it over. See, I'm just pushing it down in here to the hole. Hear that click, click, click? That's a good sound. And I want to make sure it lays straight. Ta-da! And so it's adhered. And then all I have to do is snap it. I adjust however long I want it. I snap it. I can go back to the back. And get out again, pull it down and snap it. And you can unsnap it if you want to add pages. See there? And I'll do all three of my holes that way. It was that easy to push it through all those and just replace the posts. To the end, I've stacked my pages. I've put in my spacers. I'm going to add my last page real quick. And you can see here, here, here. Always put one last spongy in to protect it from the book itself. Oh, turn this one around backwards. This was one I had left over from another book, which shows you not all holes are created equal. Just real fast, switch it around, and gives me a little more even. I'll trim it right there to make sure it stays in line with the rest of them. Because it's so pretty. There we go. Alright, so I have it all nice and neat and upright. So I'm just going to slide this one. It has the holes on the backing right on through. I say right on through. I am going to do this right on through. Alright, it's upright. Yay! And you can see this is standing up, and it's got the little, we put that in earlier, so I'm just going to snap that down. And I opened up my other case. So let's just put those in real fast. Again, you're only as slow as you can unpeel something here. Again, I'm going to put this one towards me. The little piece goes down in the hole. Heard it snap. Try to get this as straight as you can. The adhesive is fantastic. We're still up. Snap. That part is all complete, but I need my backing on it. So what I'm going to do is flip this up. Remember that nice backing we made yesterday. Let me make sure which side is up, which side's down. Oh, this is the top. So that's where I want my pretty little piece that I made to go. So I'm going to slide this in. Yay! It may be a little bigger than what I expected it to be. But it will go in because we did, I think, 8 inches? 7 or 8 inches? And you just sort of adjust it so that remember we did this piece that sticks out. Just sort of, push these in an even pace so that you get it right where you want it. My book sits flat now. Remember we looked at it earlier and it was sticking out like a fan? It is not sticking out like a fan now. Nice and neat. And I have my end piece. It's extraordinarily nice. It says simplify. And that's all I want to do. Is I want to simplify my system here. You can actually put your volumes and stuff on here. So all I have left to do is put a nice pretty photo inside there. I have such a neat idea for tomorrow. I want to do this again, but we'll see. Okay, God bless you. Bye-bye.